being
Yeah.
a people pleaser is something that I focus on. And I know the kids resonate with that a lot because when I give this talk and I talk about different masks that people wear, it's like a
Yep.
protective mechanism. And
hmm
one of them is people pleaser.
You are enough because they see the highlights on social media, right? They
Exactly.
see all of the highlights, right? Well, we didn't get to see all this. We saw regular stuff, right? Social media where they get the dressed up version, but they
Yeah.
don't know behind the scenes, everybody's dealing with something. Like we're all broken. Like none of us are perfect. We're all doing the best we can with what we have. And so I think the first thing is to realize that in whatever situation you're in, you are enough.
Is to watch them grow. Like, I love that's the word that you're using a lot. So I want to focus on that, like grow and realize that someday I have a couple different ones. So that's why I'm thinking of a couple different people who have said they want to help people like themselves. And
Yep.
that's when my little pride in my
Come
heart
on,
grows so
coach.
big for my clients because I'm like,
Come on.
yes, I love
Yep.
it. I love it.
Welcome to the Positively Healthy Mom podcast, where positive parenting meets well-being.
Hello, and welcome to the Positively Healthy Mom podcast. I'm your host, Laura Olander, teen and parent wellbeing coach and founder of Positively Healthy Coaching. And I'm very excited to introduce you to my guest today. Chip Baker is a fourth generation educator. He has been a teacher and coach for over 26 years and has been a multiple time best-selling author with over 30 books, which just blows my brain. Up. I don't know how that's possible, but we're going to find out. He's a YouTuber, a podcaster, and a transformational speaker, which is actually how he and I met through a group of speakers. So, Chip, welcome to the podcast.
Yes, thank you so much for having me. I've been excited about this opportunity. Let's go get it.
Yeah, let's get it today. We're going to do this. So, beginning of the year, fresh start. We're ready to record.
Yeah.
So, Chip, that's where I really want to start. Like all these books. That's a lot of books. And not only are they books, but like they've been bestsellers. So, tell me, what
Yeah.
is this story about? How did you become such an amazing author? And how is it that these books have just blown up and done so well? People are obviously interested in what you have to say. So, tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I think first off, I want to say thank you so much for having me on your platform. I consider it an honor and a privilege when people would take the time to want to talk to me. So,
Yeah.
so first, I just want to say thanks so much for that. But then the next thing is, yeah, it's been a true blessing for me. It's really far surpassed anything I ever thought it would be. Like where I'm from, where I grew up with a single parent mother.
Mm-hmm.
And I know you talked about mom stuff, and so I can go, we can go there a little bit too. I love to do
Yeah.
that, but man, I grew up with a single parent mom in a small hometown, and so I didn't grow up around people that wrote books, and so for me to have one book, is awesome to me, right? But
Yeah.
but then more than one, wow,
Yeah.
right? But yeah, just like anything. Um, I'm a systems person, right? So
Mm-hmm.
like growing up, I played four sports for 4 years in high school. Um, my family, they service people. My mom was a minister of music in our church, so we were always involved in church stuff, church functions, church activities, community things. So I've lived a life from a kid of doing lots, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so my mom was like, "But if you're gonna do something, you give your all to it, or you be great at it, right?" And so
Yeah.
like was expected to have great grades, in sports. If I'm gonna do it, you give your all and you work at it, right? Everything you
Mm-hmm.
do. And so really fast forward, uh well, let me go back. I didn't know that in my life at that time I was learning transferable skills that was gonna help me for the rest of my life.
Mm.
All right. And so
Yeah.
now in my life, I mean, I've always juggled lots. I've always had done lots of things. And so that's what has allowed me to do multiple books. I've put systems in place. There's things
Mm-hmm.
that I do when I write, how I write, in my notes, when I do things, when things come to me, when I see stuff,
Mm-hmm.
there's systems in place that I have. And that's allowed me to be efficient with not just book writing, but in my life.
Yeah. Yeah. So I love that systems and being kind of having a method to your madness. So that way it's not
Hmm.
madness, there's a method behind it. So what
Right.
is the inspiration? Like you're saying, like behind what the content is in your book, like you're saying it comes from your life. Like, is that where all your ideas come from, or is there another source of that?
Oh, that's a good question. I love that. I think for me, and you'll get to know, we haven't really done much, but you'll get to know that like I'm really in just a genuine person, man. Like what you see with Chip Baker is what you're gonna get. And I'm all, my goal is to always strive for consistency, right? I want
Mm-hmm.
people to know what they're gonna get from Chip Baker. Right? I want them to
Mm,
know that they can depend on me. I want them to know that I'm gonna always have a great attitude. I want them to know that I'm going to give my all uh, to every opportunity that I have. If, like I said, just this opportunity, I'm grateful for it. Like I want to give you my all and make it
hmm.
great
Yeah.
because of that. And so I don't feel, I feel that it's, not genuine and not authentic if we can't come from a place of our experiences, right? I can't speak on or
Mm,
write on anything that I haven't experienced. I don't want to give you, I'm not going to give you fluff.
yeah.
Right. Like I want to give you the
Yeah.
real. I want to tell you like, hey, like, I did this and it was bad for me. Don't do
Mm.
that, right? Let me help you out.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
that's where it comes from for me. But then also I want to say too, I'm really just an introverted person and people, will be like, man, you speak, you do books, you do
Yeah.
podcasts. I don't understand that. But
Hmm.
really, like my passion allows me to come alive.
Mm.
Just knowing
Yeah.
that the big man has truly blessed me with some skills, with some talents, blessed me to have some great experiences, blessed me to have some great relationships and be around some amazing people that I've
Hmm.
learned from. And I just can't keep that to myself. I have to share that with others.
Yeah. So what I'm really like getting from this so far is like this, you must have like off the charts level of self-awareness because
Mm,
most people, well, I hate to generalize, but it's not every person that can just have a life of experiences and then be able to write 30 books, right? Like
yeah,
there's something
yeah,
you're saying you're kind of an introvert. So to me, what I piece together with that, and you tell me if how right or wrong or whatever, if steer me in the wrong direction if you want or
yeah,
different direction,
yeah,
um, is that you're really processing kind of your experiences and then you're able to not just process it internally, but then put that on paper. And that level of self awareness that takes to be able to create like a lesson, like a learning lesson for youth. I know you said you speak with all ages, literally kids through teenagers, through young adults, through adults,
yeah.
right? And so be able to teach a lesson that's valuable that people are able to take off this paper and then put it into their own lives, put it into practice. Like that's a pretty awesome talent. So how did you, I mean, I feel like that's just something that you can't even learn, like you just know. Like how do you feel like you've gotten that talent?
Man, that's so good that you asked me that. Like I love that you have the awareness to ask me about awareness.
Yes. We're so aware today.
We're so aware.
We're very aware,
So,
yeah.
no, I think it's I think it's really cool because you're right. Um, I don't know. I guess my training. I guess I don't know. I guess the big man is giving me a gift, if you will. I
Yeah.
don't know, but I have it, and I'm aware that I have it. Right there, we go with our
Yeah.
awareness again. No,
Hmm.
but I just think like from a young age, like I never have really wanted to talk much. You know, like I've just like I just check things out. Like I'm curious about checking things out and like I love music. So hearing, seeing things. Um and I've done that, all my life. And so as I've gotten older, and going to college and getting degrees and having jobs, I've always been aware of, man, that person brings this to the table. That's pretty cool. Or, this person
Mm-hmm.
is from there. Like college was really when it's really neat because it's people from everywhere. Like,
Yeah.
wait, like you're from Nigeria? Like, what's it like in Nigeria? Like you're
Yeah.
from Miami? I've never been there. I wonder what it's like in Miami, wait, you're
Yeah.
from California? Like, man, that's cool. What do y'all do in California? Like
Hmm.
those kind of things. Uh, and it's always been like that. And so I've just
Mm-hmm.
come to the realization that I love learning. I love checking out the scenes, to see and appreciate others and the value that others bring.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I strive to add value in every situation that I am. I want to be the glue.
Mm.
Like at work, if there's situations in the coaching environment, there's something that's wrong. Well, I don't want to take time complaining about it or look for somebody else to do it. I can go do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like go figure it out. And so I agree with you on the awareness piece.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I think too. Oh, this is good right here. You said you like stories, right?
Yeah.
So a few years ago, they started making these headphones, right? They were big, right? You put them.
Mm-hmm.
I had a pair around here. That
Oh
way,
yeah,
and
I
you
have
put,
some somewhere.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and you put them on your ear, and
Mm-hmm.
when you put them on your ear, like you hear nothing else on the outside. You hear everything, like the good music, the
Mm-hmm.
words, the all of the instruments, the quality, all of that. You hear it really good.
Mm-hmm.
Noise cancellation headphones, right?
Yeah.
Well, in our life, it's important that we have cancellation as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it allows us to be able to hear and see the things that we need to do that will give us maximum growth in our life, right? And so when we do that, it allows us to do more of the things we enjoy. It allows us to learn and have the awareness about ourselves. Ooh, I don't like that. Oh, that makes me happy. I like to be of service. I love exhibiting gratitude. Like different things you learn about yourself when you have the noise cancellation, and you get on a path of heightened growth, if you
Mm.
will,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Like accelerated, heightened growth, because you're hyper focused on what's important to you, right? You've prioritized and
Mm.
you focused on what's important to you, and all that, all that other stuff don't matter, right? Right? It don't like you're focused in on what's important to you, and before you know it, man, you're at 30 books.
Okay, so that's the secret. That's one of one of the secrets because the
Yeah.
other piece that I picked up in there was your curiosity. So when you said, "Oh my
Mm-hmm.
gosh, I want to know about Miami, I want to know about
Yeah.
Nigeria, I want to know about
Yep.
LA," right? Like your
Mm-hmm.
curiosity of people and just like you're saying situations, you're observing, and then
Yeah.
you have this extra layer of kind of canceling out the unnecessary noise and information,
Yeah.
all that. So that's really, for me, building a clearer picture about who Chip Baker is and why, how you got to this point. And so I
Yeah.
feel like that piece right there, I would love to focus on a little bit longer because the moms of my listeners are moms of teenagers. And one of the things
Ooh.
that I focus on a regular basis for my audience is just helping your teenager be more confident, reduce anxiety. One of the big things that I talk about in my transformational speech that I give to teenagers in high schools and
Yeah.
middle schools, one of the pieces of that is blocking out some of that. And so many, um, I don't want to stereotype too much that it's more girls than boys. I don't have statistics on it, but the idea of being
Yeah.
a people pleaser
Yeah.
is something that I focus on. And I know the kids resonate with that a lot because when I give this talk and I talk about different masks that people wear, it's like a
Yep.
protective mechanism. And
Mm-hmm.
one of them is people pleaser. There's other masks that we wear or that teens wear specifically.
Yeah.
And so, how, as you, Chip Baker, would you address the moms and or the teens directly on the idea of like blocking out other people's opinions, other people, like that social comparison? Like, I love the metaphor of that, those noise canceling headphones. But like, well, how would you teach that to, in your way?
Well, first off, if you don't mind, let me go back, and you didn't know this about me, so I want to make sure that I say this here. Um, like I said earlier, like I was raised by a single parent mom,
Yeah.
but what most people don't know, and I'd say this is that I believe that I was raised by a superhero in my house, right? So to me,
Mm-hmm.
my mother was a superhero, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like the things that she did to take care of us, what she instilled in us, she did an amazing job, working multiple jobs to, ensure my sister and I were taken care of, had our needs met, didn't miss any of our games and activities. I'm playing college football and she's there, and I know we don't have the money for her to be able to do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just things like that. And so my mother
That's
was a
amazing.
super. Oh, it's amazing. And so
Yeah.
it's really made. She really made. No, really, she made me. Right.
So I need
She,
to interview her. Can how can I get her
yeah.
on here?
Well, she's passed. She passed about
Oh,
5 years
okay.
ago. But
I'm
uh, but
sorry to hear that.
yeah, thank you. But I wanted to make sure that I set the tone with that with talking about my superhero mom. She was a,
Mm-hmm.
like I said, I'm a fourth generation educator, so she was an educator. Um,
Mm-hmm.
was on the city council in our town. First black lady on the city council in our town. I mean, so
Wow.
she's done
Yeah.
minister of music in our churches, so much education. So she taught us. She was the visual of what superhero should be. That
Mm.
gave me chills right there.
Yeah,
She was
I
the
know.
visual of what a
I'm feeling
superhero
it. Like I'm
of what a
feeling
superhero. Yeah,
I'm feeling the amazing strength that she had,
yeah,
like the amazing
yeah,
example. Like
yeah.
she's doing some awesome stuff for you to witness as a child.
Oh man, and I know like the struggle, right? Like
Hmm.
those that can resonate with like single parent, financial problems, having to move different places. You don't know, like all of
Hmm.
those things that come along with the struggle, right? And there's
Yeah.
some things
Oh
that
yeah.
even I still don't really talk about today because they were just tough, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, but um, she instilled so much in us. And just to go to your question, I think there were a couple things that she instilled in me that has really helped me. And I think first of those is um, you are enough.
Yes.
And I think you and I growing up, it wasn't it wasn't as, I mean, it was still some of that, like the comparison, all of that, but like it's way, like on a whole other level now, right? Because
Yeah.
I'm an
Yeah.
educator, I'm a parent, so I know like because they see the highlights on social media, right? They
Exactly.
see all of the highlights, right? Well, we didn't get to see all this. We saw regular stuff, right? The
Right.
people we looked up to were like Coach so and so that I see, or Mrs. So and so that I actually see them every day. All right.
Hmm.
And now they look up to the people that are on social media where they get the dressed up version, but they
Yeah.
don't know behind the scenes everybody's dealing with something. Like we're all broken. Like none of us are perfect. We're all doing the best we can with what we have. And so I think the first thing is to realize that in whatever situation you're in, you are enough, right? The
Hmm.
big man
Hmm.
made you how he wants you to be. So just live
Hmm.
in that and be grateful for that. I think
Yeah.
the second thing is it's okay to be an independent thinker,
Mm. Yeah.
right?
I love
You
that.
know, and,
Yeah.
and so like if everybody's going to jump off a bridge, would you jump off
Right.
that bridge?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, just because everybody else is doing something, it don't mean you have to do it, right?
Right.
You have to do what's best for you, right? And
Hmm.
just prime example is, Coach Laura, you have things going on in your life with your family that are your
Hmm.
priorities and they are most important to you, right?
Hmm.
I have certain things going on with myself and my family, and they are most important to me, right? And
Hmm.
so when you look at that, like there's some things that's important to you that's not important to me, or there's some things
Right.
that's important to me that's not important to you,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And so we have to learn to prioritize what's important to us and really go
Mm.
hard on working on that and not worrying about what anybody else thinks about it. Right? It don't
Yeah.
matter what anybody else think about what I'm doing. Like,
Yeah.
are you okay with it? Is it important to you? Well, do you? Don't worry about what anybody else thinks. I don't care. I guess
Yes.
that's the athlete in me, I guess. Like people are gonna always judge. People are gonna always the head coach in me too, right? People are gonna
Mm-hmm.
always have an opinion about something, right?
Mm-hmm.
But none of that. Here, I'm gonna go coach again. None of
Yeah,
that
do it.
crap matters. None of that
Yes.
crap
Yeah,
matters.
there we go. Yeah, now we're bringing the heat. Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
looking for.
Yeah. None of that,
Yeah.
none of that matters. What
Yeah.
matters is what's important to you. Are they in alignment with your priorities? And what
Mm-hmm.
happens is, going back to the noise cancellation, or when you allow yourself to really focus in on what's important to you, that's where you have the real self
Mm-hmm.
development, self growth.
Mm-hmm.
And then it gets really good when you can see that you live a life where you have continued growth and you can take those experiences. Ah, come on. You can take those experiences and those things that you've been blessed and fortunate to learn and use
Mm-hmm.
that to help others. That's
Mm.
that's when it gets good right there. And that's
Yeah.
where I am in my life.
That's huge. That's huge. And I actually have been experiencing that firsthand with some of my clients who have
Hmm.
had some struggles. And
Yeah.
what's really cool is to watch them grow. Like I love that's the word that you're using a lot. So I want to focus on that, like grow
Hmm.
and realize that someday they have I have a couple different ones, so that's why I'm thinking of a couple different people who have said they want to help people like themselves, and that's
Yep.
when my little pride in my
Come
heart
on,
grows so
coach.
big for my clients because I'm like,
Come on.
yes, I love
Yep.
it, I love it, I love it. I
Yep.
feel amazing when they realize that they have that inside themselves and that they always had, right? It's just like Dorothy finding her way home. Like it was always in you, it was always in your heart.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's just amazing. So I love that you're using the word growth a lot because I think that's not something that kind of the average person walking around thinks about or talks about. Like kind
Yeah.
of you and I live in this world of personal development and personal growth
Yeah.
and self-development, and so for us it's like this
Hmm.
is like our normal language. But I love to hear you just kind of speak it so that everybody is thinking about it, right? Like that's when you have struggles in your life and like the question is how are you going to grow? What are you going to learn? And it seems like you're literally the walking embodiment of that example for people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love how you said that too. The people like that I've been around, my son and, you know, athletes, students, like and again, a system process. None of us are immune from growing through tough challenges.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, let me
Mm-hmm.
say that again.
Yeah, I know that was good.
You caught that? None
I
of
did.
us are immune from growing through tough
Mm,
challenges. I don't care who
yeah.
you are, right? We all are gonna face some obstacles, some challenges in our life. But what we have to do is make sure that we grow through it and not just go through it, right?
Mm,
Grow through it so that when we get on the other side of that, we're better for having experienced it. But then again, like we've talked about already, we can give that to others because other people, there's going to be some people that you come across in your life that are going to experience the same thing. You can say, "Ooh, hey, let me help you out with this," right?
mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
so, couple things on that. I believe our maximum growth is on the other side of our toughest challenges.
Mm-hmm. That's huge.
I mean, you think about working out, right? Any of y'all that's ever done like power cleans or squat, that's hard. It hurts.
Yeah.
Right. It's really it takes a lot out of you to do that, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I'm sore just from doing yoga the other day. Man,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But when you do that, it's the best lifts for you because it's complete total body things that will help
yeah.
you. And on
Mm-hmm.
the other side of that, you're more explosive, you have more power, you're faster, right? You have more confidence, right?
Mm-hmm.
You all of the things that come along with the growth. Um, but you had to experience those tough challenges. So in life, it's like that as well, right? And it's just about our perspective. How we
Mm-hmm.
view what we do determines and affects how we do what we do, right? And so we have to have the proper perspective when we're attacking those challenges.
Yeah. I love, my podcasts are very unscripted and I love that
Yeah.
you are so amazing at going with the flow here because the definition I use of mental health is one that
Mm,
I was taught by my mentor because um, he talked about how so many people don't really know what that means. Like, it's like we all say the words mental health a
yeah.
lot, we hear them a lot, but what does that
Yep.
really mean? And if you Google it, there's going to be a million definitions. And so
Yep.
the one I use is very simple, and it's our mental health is the quality of our thoughts about ourselves, others, and the world around us, consciously and unconsciously. And so what you said earlier is like exactly my definition, right? You
Mm,
said, actually, now I lost your words, but it was kind of like what you think, like what your thoughts are, what your focus is on, like what are you
yeah.
making of a situation. And so that's how, when I even talk to kids, I make it so simple because when I say the quality of, it sounds complicated, but it really isn't. It's either kind of a positive quality or a negative quality. Like this is
Mm-hmm.
amazing or this sucks or some like
Yep.
variation on that spectrum. And so it's like if we can, even in a tough situation, find some way to get and it doesn't mean we can't feel sad or angry or mad or resentful, right? It's not that we can't feel the feelings, but if we
Yeah.
can then get through that situation by looking at what our thoughts are about that situation and how we can, back to you and the word growth, how can we grow? What can we learn? And so that's when for me, that's when the transformation happens, is kind of like in that moment when we can redefine a situation, an
Yep.
experience, whatever it was. So what are your thoughts about my thoughts?
My thoughts about your thoughts are deep. I think the first thing I want to share with you is bam, this right here, right?
Okay.
The
I love
path
it.
for
The path for
coaches,
coaches,
emotional
emotional intelligence.
intelligence.
Oh my gosh, amazing.
And so
By Chip Baker.
this is one of my most recent books. And these are the
Okay.
authors, the collaborative authors that's in this
Oh,
book.
sweet.
And so
Okay.
I have, this is my book series that I'm doing now. We're working on volume 3 now, which is self-awareness that you talked
Ah,
about. It's
there we
crazy,
go. We're
right?
on the same wavelength. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but this emotional intelligence, it really talks about what you hit on
Mhm.
earlier, and I agree with that. I think it's really a mindset shift, if
Yeah.
you will, and I think the way we just like anything, we have to exercise it. We have to work it out, right? Like we don't just show up and are great at something, right? Like I
Hmm.
just don't show up and walk into a weight room and I'm strong, right? Or I
Yeah.
don't show up or like put a book to my head or something and be smart, right? I just like
Yeah.
you have to put the work in. You
Yeah.
have to put
Yeah.
the work in for anything to be better at it. And so it's a mindset shift of being intentional about growing with your mindset, if you will. And
Mm.
so I think how I do that in my life is by practicing gratitude. And I think that practicing gratitude is a simple way to kind of jumpstart your steps to working on your intentional awareness, your intentional growth,
Mm.
your intentional appreciation, and really go back to awareness because when you say, okay, well, all right, so I'm in this situation and man, maybe there's people around me that have better shoes than I do,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
All right. And I wish I maybe could have better shoes, but
Hmm.
I have shoes.
Mm.
There's some people that don't even have shoes or don't have feet,
That's true. Yeah. Yeah. How can you argue with that? Like,
right? So so I mean like yeah, I'm grateful for the shoes that I have then,
hmm
right?
hmm yeah.
Growing up, the house that we lived in, it may not have been a great house, right?
hmm
It
hmm
may have been some things that it was built by family members, so it was older. There were some things that the modern houses didn't have,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Growing up, but we had shelter, I had
Mm-hmm.
some place to sleep. When it was cold, I had some place to be warm. It wasn't a two-story house or central air and heat or all of
Mm-hmm.
those amenities and things that. But there's some people that's sleeping on the cold sidewalk.
Yeah. I can like, I'm imagining a teenager. Well, I have four teenagers in my house, so it's not too hard to imagine, but I imagine just a teenager hearing you say that and them buying into that, agreeing with that.
Yeah,
Like, yes, like, oh, you're right. Like, maybe I haven't had the gratitude because every teenager I know always wants a different pair
it's
of
not good
shoes or
enough.
they
Yeah,
want
it's not good
this, they want
enough. Yeah,
that, and adults too, we all do it
yeah,
too.
yeah. We
But
all do. Yep.
they I think teenagers would really benefit from that perspective. And I love that idea of gratitude. And because it's like you're saying you could have it worse. And
Yeah,
again, that goes back to that feeds right into my definition of mental health, because that's the quality of your thoughts. When you're having gratitude,
yeah,
that's a
for sure.
positive quality thought versus I don't have this, I wish I had that, I'm without. That's a kind of a negative quality thought. So man, I just feel like we have so much to learn from you. I feel like everybody really does. And I could go on. I know we could go on for hours in here, but
Yeah.
how can people find you if they want to know more about you and learn from you and follow you?
Yeah. Well, let me say this first, Coach Laura. This doesn't have to be a one-time thing. Like I'm open
Mhm.
for being of service for you anytime you need me. So,
I love it.
feel free to connect. And I'll just tell you too, like I have a passion for like when I saw your stuff about moms, like I have a passion for giving back to mothers uh, because I'm telling you, I'm a product of a superhero mom, and so
Hmm.
she instilled great things into me, and I strive to help people as much as I can to give back, uh, just based off of my experiences and hope to help, right? And
Yeah.
so anytime you need me to do anything to help with that, you got me. So I want to say that,
Okay.
and
Well,
it's
thank
you
you.
got you recording
I
this
will
too, so
I will hold
yeah,
you
so
to
it's
that. Yes.
you got to hold me to it.
Hey,
No.
Chip, remember when you said
Hey,
that?
y'all remember Chip said? No,
Yeah.
no, no. But my social media is at Chip Baker TSC, as in the Success Chronicles. All of my social media is that, except for X, and X is at Chip Baker 19. I'd love for you to go on and check out some of the positive inspiration and motivation, and like all the like everybody like, follow, subscribe, leave a
Yeah, all the
all of
things.
that.
Yeah.
That's fine too. But really, if
Yeah.
you see something on there that you like, I'd ask that you would, and it resonates with you, ask that you just share with someone that you love and care about.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
I love it. That's like how to make a positive impact, right? Like
Right.
everybody can play a role in having a positive impact. Like you could have a completely different occupation. You could be a mom and
Yeah.
you could be sharing Chip's message too, and just kind of like helping spread your ideas today about gratitude, about self-awareness, about emotional intelligence, about just having a good mindset and how that can benefit
Yeah.
you in your growth. So,
Thank you.
well, thank you. I am certainly going to be taking you up on your offer, and so glad that we had the pleasure to talk today. It's my first, conversation of the new year, like legit conversation. So it's been a pleasure spending time with you, and I know we will be seeing more of each other soon.
Thanks for having me, Coach Laura. Go get it.
All right, I will do. Sounds great.